Hi friends, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Happy 4th of July if you celebrate. Obviously, I definitely do. I love this holiday. It's just a good day to get with family, eat some good food, hang out, have some fun, watch fireworks, and celebrate our country. Inspired by this holiday, I thought I would do the 4th of July book tag. It has 6 questions, so I thought it was pretty manageable, but I do have a couple of different options for some of the questions. This tag was created by Selena from Talking Leaves quite a few years ago, and I still see it floating around BookTube around this time. I wanted to jump on that bandwagon, and I thought, what better day to make this video than the actual 4th of July and share it with you guys. Being patriotic, show 3 books you have already read, 1 red, 1 white, and 1 blue. So I chose my red, white, and blue books. For red, I chose Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. Read this. You all know what it's about. It's pretty popular here on BookTube. The second one is Here Lies Daniel Tate by Kristen Terrell. And I have talked about this. I did a full review of this book. Or I don't think it was a review. I think it was like 5 reasons why you should read this book. But I highly recommend it. And the cover's gorgeous. The story is very intriguing. And I still think about this book. The blue book I chose is The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli, and I also enjoyed this book. Here are my 3 patriotic books, red, white, and blue. A book with your favorite ragtag band of revolutionaries. Now, I chose 2 different things for this because I guess it just depends what you consider a ragtag group of revolutionaries. So the first book that I chose is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I recently read this. I really liked it. I do like our ragtag team in this, and I do think they are fighting forces that are more powerful than them. And I really enjoyed this, so I definitely wanted to include this. And if that didn't count, I chose Winter by Marissa Meyer, the 4th book in the Lunar Chronicles series, and this also has a group of characters that are fighting a powerful evil queen, so I wanted to include this one as well. So a book that takes place in one of the original 13 colonies. For this, I chose Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. I read this a few years ago, and it wasn't my favorite Morgan Matson by any means, but this book actually takes place in 2 of the different colonies. It starts in Connecticut, but the majority of the book takes place in the Poconos, at I think it's a made-up lake, Lake Phoenix in the Poconos in Pennsylvania. So Second Chance Summer. Show a book that takes place in England, and I have 2 different options for this because the first book that I thought about was actually, well, besides Harry Potter, let's be honest, we all thought of Harry Potter as soon as I said England, but I was trying to think of something that was not Harry Potter, so I chose The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. I recently picked this up at a thrift store. I read this so long ago, back when it was first published. Let's see when that is. 2015, so it's been 4 years since I've read this, but I think it takes place in London, England, if I'm not mistaken. And just in case I am mistaken, I picked up The Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, which obviously represented on the cover are 2 of the different Londons that are described in this fantasy novel. And of course, like I said, obviously Harry Potter, you guys. Time for fireworks. What book would you say ends with a bang? And this is one of the most standout endings. It even talks about the ending of this book, and I'm talking about Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. And even on the back it says one of the blurbs here on the back is the strongest, most unsettling thriller of the year with a final twist destined to provoke arguments for years to come. Read it now before someone spoils the ending for you. Definitely, without a doubt, fireworks are happening here for sure. And the last question is to show 3 TBR books, 1 red, 1 white, 1 blue. For that, I have chosen Dry by Neil Shusterman and Jared Shusterman. It kind of looks a little orangey, but it's kind of reddish. It kind of just gets more orange as you get up to the top, but I definitely want to read this one. This is basically what happens when the taps run dry and suburban America starts spiraling out of control. The next book is another recent pickup from a thrift store. I think I paid $3 from this, and that is A Paris Apartment by Michelle Gable. It has this beautiful, like, solid white cover. So I guess the main character's boss tells her about an apartment that's been shuttered for the past 70 years. And of course, everybody's thinking like dust, rats, decrepit. So she goes to Paris, and once she gets there, she learns that the apartment is not merely some rich hoarder's place. It's beneath the cobwebs and stale perfumed air as a gold mine, and not because of the actual gold. And there's lots of different treasures in there. There's also a lot of secrets. So I'm really excited about this one. The blue cover, I chose a book that I posted in yesterday's video where I did a behind the scenes Bookstagram video. And if you're interested in that, definitely check it out. And that is The Rocks by Peter Nichols. This covers many years, a double love story propelled by the 60-year secret that has shaped 2 families, 4 lovers, and 1 seaside resort community. So that is the 4th of July book tag. I hope you have enjoyed. As with my last book tag, I will tag some people and they will be shown on the screen. Thank you to Selena for creating the tag, and I hope you guys have a great 4th of July. Bye!